Hey, listen, Daddy, you're listening to the #1 broadcast, Monty and Pharaoh, Daddy, in Long Island. The best pro wrestling broadcast of all time, I think.
Hey everybody, this is Action, Smashing Demolition, and you're listening to the Monty and Pharaoh Show.
The #1 wrestling show on Long Island. Unbelievable show. Watch it, listen, make sure and listen.
This here's the legendary Warlord, and I'm at Long Island's the best radio there is, the Monty and Pharaoh Show. I like it, you like it, and we'll all like it.
Welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast at Indie Music TV. Only here at Indie Music TV.
Only.
It's getting late.
Yeah.
Straight out of Ronkonkoma, Long Island.
On or in? Don't matter.
In on.
It's getting late.
At the board is Matty Ice. Matty.
You sound tired.
By the way, great job
Yeah?
on the last show with Dr. Dre. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Thank you.
produced. Very happy. At the right is the star of the show, Mr. Jimmy Farrow. Jimmy.
Oh, hello out there in TV land.
Dr. Dre, you want to weigh in?
That
What
was,
did you think?
Dude, I'm going to have to go back and listen to this. We went through everything outside of the evolution of man.
You ain't kidding, man.
I mean, we covered everything. You had religion, you had the New York Nets and religion in the same conversation. Oh, I don't know anymore.
Look, I was lost for words.
I needed a roadmap.
I felt stupid.
You felt stupid?
Stupid, yeah. I felt a little stupid.
There's a joke in this somewhere. I'm going to leave it
No,
alone.
I just felt stupid.
Yeah, okay.
That's all.
All right.
You guys were rapping about
We were rapping?
so much good
it
stuff.
It was Dr. Dre. What were we supposed to be doing? Singing? I didn't break into Iron Man. So what's going on, man? We're back again with another
We're back again on
guest.
a fantastic guest.
Absolutely.
We're going to announce right after this commercial break, but
Fair
we
enough.
are excited to have our special guest and star of Big Brother, Gina Marie Zimmerman. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
See you in a second. Elm Logistics. For all your logistic needs, call 631-299-3595. That's 631-299-3595. Elm Global Logistics. Pride, performance, and partnerships.
In the mood for a freshly roasted cup of coffee? www.offtherailscoffeeroasters.com. You want to star in your own success? Call QuickCast. www.quickcast.com. 866-7-CAST-NOW. That's 866-7-CAST-NOW. QuickCast.
Start your own success.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monty and Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. This is a special Friday edition, holiday edition.
Holiday.
And how can we close this out with this incredible superstar?
You guys are too much. Thank
No,
you.
seriously.
You're
Thank
too
you,
much.
thank you.
Gina
Do I
Marie.
sound like an accent just as much as you guys?
Well, you know,
I didn't.
I didn't realize what a thick
I'm from
Staten Island.
Arkansas.
No,
Can you
yeah,
tell?
right, please. Oh my
How did
God.
you park the car? Wait a minute. Where is this? Brooklyn or
I'm
Boston?
down over the bridge. What do they call that? The from that movie, the Guinea Gangplank, something like that,
Aye.
meets the Verrazano and the Brooklyn and the Staten Island.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You lived in California, right?
Well, technically, yes.
Okay.
Because I lived in the Big Brother house. So I would say I lived in California for 3 months, and I have to say, everyone's like, oh, you've been to California. Never seen the beach.
Never seen the
They're like,
beach.
how do you not see the beach? I was like, because I lived in California in the Big Brother house on CBS's set on the lot, so I never got a chance to go. But I did a return the year after and finally went to Muscle Beach and see the beach. I was excited. California's awesome.
So how do you return back to New York? Like, why aren't you just like, I'm staying in California?
You know what? Between the weather here and everything else, I don't know why everyone just don't move to California. It's sunny all the time. I have a beautiful dog. He loves the beach. It would just be happy every day besides being half miserable half the time with all the snow.
I
and
totally,
taking your car out.
I can't agree more.
Hey,
right?
I'm with you. We got
Making too
we
much
got to be
sense.
roommates then and go to California.
I'm going.
You could come too. We'll go.
I was actually like you. I was in California and never made it to the beach.
See?
He doesn't
I
go
lived
to
in
the beach.
Hollywood.
He doesn't even go to the beach here. So it's like, what? You know, come
Well,
on.
We surrounded by a beach, aren't we?
I've been
You live
forced-
on an island. I live on an island. Too bad it's not a tropical island, but it's okay.
You know,
Forced a couple of times.
people
to go
didn't
to
hear the
beach.
conversation before we went on air, but they both were talking about, rides and Staten Island. I was shocked you even went to Staten Island.
I lived in Staten Island, 62 Lion Place. It was an interesting time in my life. My father came home one night and said to my mother, "We got to move." I says, "What?" She goes, "Why? What happened?" He goes, "They found out we're Jewish."
Really?
Yeah, it was 1970. This is
Wow.
the. You
Usually
want to
people
know
just ride through Staten Island. People go, oh, we've been through Staten Island. Oh, you have? Where'd you go? Oh, we just drove through it. Kind of everyone's go-to is we just drove
I
drove
heard
through
there's a
it.
ferry.
Well, I went.
Yeah, right?
I went to Statue of Liberty. Does that
Wow,
count?
Look at you.
No.
No. All right, I tried.
Island, isn't it? That's an island. What, were you tanning underneath the torch? What are
I've
you
been there
talking
too.
about?
And I've been to the top.
I got.
I've been to the
listen,
top,
Yeah, I've
inside
been
the
to
crown.
Yeah, I've been to.
I don't want to insult anybody, but I've never in my entire life, my 53 years, did I go, I got to go to Staten Island.
Exactly.
No.
You don't want to.
Never crossed my mind.
No, you just go right through it.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
They close the dump so it doesn't smell as bad.
Oh my
great.
God!
Just a little bit. Just a
Is
little
that
bit.
why the Staten Island Yankees left?
They're
Oh
not
my
even
God,
there
this is-
anymore. You're
That's right.
right.
The Yankees were like, it smells here.
I just heard they moved. Either they stink or the air stinks. It just stink all around. Now,
One or the other.
This is terrible.
we love you, Staten Island Yankees.
Yeah, wait a second. Impractical Jokers aren't they from the Staten
They
Island?
are.
They're funny guys.
They are very funny guys.
See, so
yes.
Staten Island's good.
Yes, in some
Picking on
ways. See,
Staten
we
Island,
found a
jeez.
positive.
See, and guess what? He brought up Impractical Jokers. You see,
Yeah.
we're not too old for this. Maybe
See?
something will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Gina, how you holding up with everything going on in the world right now?
You know what? I gotta say, I always try to think positive. Always try to have good energy. Keep busy. I think that's being home. And it's funny that you actually bring that up, because I feel like my being in the Big Brother house, since I was kind of quarantined, it's literally what people are going through right now. Since they've been through it, but now people are quarantined with Netflix, with their cell phones, and they're with their family. Me, I didn't have anything like that. So I wouldn't say this is a walk in the park, because it is troubling, obviously, to everybody. But I could say I experienced it. So for me, it's not that bad. I'm home. I have a home business, so I've been home. So I'm just trying to think positive of all the mask wearing and distancing. Like I'm a hugger. And so I kind of hate that I can't really socialize with people because I'm a people person.
How
so.
isolated were you in the house during the shooting? I mean, were you able to ever go outside? Or-
Well, we did go outside considering their backyard.
Okay.
So the wall was super high, so we really couldn't see over it. But we did hear sometimes people. We tried to climb out.
What is
but
that all about?
I couldn't try to climb
kayfabe.
out, but I couldn't. But
kayfabe.
we did hear airplanes. We didn't
Okay.
see airplanes, hear them, and we heard.
Wow, freedom.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like we're like living in the 24th century. The airplanes. And
So theoretically,
yeah, but we were pretty much
you put
isolated.
yourself in jail for 3 months
Yeah, exactly. But
with the
we
hopes
had-
of winning some money.
Yes, we win
Which
some
she
money.
did.
We had free room and board.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of the sun,
There you
some
go.
weights. So it's kind of a little bit jail, but I had all the free soda.
Worth,
So it was
every,
win-win.
worth every second of your time as,
exactly.
as you reflect
and we
back
got paid
on
about $1,000 a week, and we didn't spend anything. So it just added up.
Greatest
We're
3
good
months
to
you
go.
ever spent? Or what? Was it worth your time? And it had to be.
It was worth my time, honestly, because the experience. I gotta say, out of the 23 years next year, so 22 years. Only a handful of people actually played the game and been in that house. Obviously, in New York, obviously in United States, because there is Big Brother in almost I think 30. I could be wrong, obviously. Over 30 countries. So for a handful of us in America to be in the Big Brother house, it's a very small percentage. So it's kind of like a little bit of an honor that I experienced the game. I made great friends. I made some money. So, it was a definitely experience I would keep and probably last forever. I am mentally and physically destroyed from it, but you only get whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? So we're good to go. We're good. We're good.
All right.
But you have the cameras on you all the time, right?
We do. So basically,
all the time?
No, so basically, let's say we're in where your studio is now. You
Yeah.
see how we have mics in front of us?
Yeah.
We're basically mic'd up 24/7. I did take it off to go to the bathroom because I guess they didn't want to hear me pee. So I did take it off to go to the bathroom. And
Did anyone protest? Hey, you took that thing off. I didn't get to hear the White
No,
Castle.
we get yelled at.
What is...
We get yelled at.
Okay.
Put your mic up or you can't hear because they need to have every conversation.
listen
so
to
basically,
this.
every part of this studio, there will be
Wow.
cameras. I think which I'm probably going to get yelled at from the Big Brother fans right now,
boy.
that I get the wrong camera amount. I think there's 32 or 38 cameras in the whole entire house. So you can't go anywhere. You might be able to hide underneath the blanket, but that's not it.
Tommy Jones just wrote in, it's 43. Get your cameras right.
Oh, did he really
See?
say
It's
that?
already angry.
Now, hold on a second.
Thank you.
mean to
Thank
tell...
you. See, he knows better than I do.
You mean to tell me the Big Brother following is that obsessed?
Oh, no, they're amazing.
Wow.
They're amazing. They probably know better, like,
Wow.
more than I do. More than I do.
Were you blown-
They'll quote my quotes. Be like, "Oh, you said this at this time." I'm like, "I did."
You
Well, at
wouldn't.
least they
You
remember.
wouldn't.
So
You
I'm
wouldn't
like,
last a day in that house, dude.
I
What,
give a
Big
week.
Brother?
No
Give
way.
him a week at least.
No, not a day. Trust me.
She just gave me
Trust
a
me.
week.
A week?
So there.
Not a day.
I give myself an
hour.
Probably half an hour.
Walk in, walk out. Let me get something, Jake. All right,
Nope.
I'll see you later.
And take this microphone off my ass.
Exactly. You know how many times I
Absolutely.
dropped in the toilet?
What?
Not even kidding. So it's like a regular mic. So it's mic'd up.
Oh, please
and then
tell me you flushed.
No.
That would have sounded unbelievable.
They're actually pretty expensive, so I kind of felt bad. So and they tell you this before, and be careful because that's why you take it off to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because it has like the little metal piece that it hooks up to your pants, obviously.
Right.
So when you go to the bathroom, you kind of it falls in the toilet.
Bloop.
Yeah.
Nope.
So I mean.
Yeah.
I guess good editing and sound effects right there. So yeah, I dropped in the toilet like 3 times.
So,
Kinda
speaking
funny.
of that, do they, like, when you're having a conversation with someone, do they say, look, that conversation was good, but let's do it again?
No. They nothing is rehearsed or anything like that. The only thing that they'll tell you is move your microphone up if they can't
All right.
hear you. So they're all on top of it. They got people behind the walls like a little rat.
Two major questions,
Yes.
though. Number one, do they tell the guys, like, walk around without your shirts all the time? Because that seems like that's
Did
part
you
of
tell
it.
the guys to walk around with their shirts all the time?
You know, I think because it's California and it's hot and you want to get a tan.
dude,
and a majority
yo.
of all the guys are in good shape and they
Right.
have to be physically fit because of competitions, of course.
Right.
So, I guess they're just, if you're home, you have no shirt on, you're in the summer. So I guess you would walk around with no shirt on too, kind of like that. So yeah.
My half an
Which I
hour
don't
just
mind.
became 3 minutes on that show. You realize
you don't wanna
that.
go shirtless?
I mean, what about you?
Some
What are you
rock,
talking
some
about? Me? Take a look at the 2 pairs.
I'm 53.
With hair.
Give me a break.
This is awful.
All right, how about this?
Yes.
Here's my next question.
Yes.
Does everybody, like, have a fake job? Because no one has, like, I never see, like, Tommy unemployed.
No!
You know?
There was
Shirtless,
one. There was one.
unemployed.
No, but you're right because I mean, when I first got into the house, I did like odds and end jobs. Like
Right.
I was, I do like I MC. I do like birthday parties for kids. I MC. I also did modeling. I also
Okay.
work with pageants. So like, Gina, what do you do? I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur. I do a little bit of everything. So, but I didn't have like a real. Like not career. I mean,
Right.
so but if you think about it, the people that do have real jobs, they have to take off 3 months of their life.
Right.
So a lot of people that do have real jobs, they have to either quit their job or take some type of, I guess, hiatus or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of the people that actually go into Big Brother are obviously fans, or they could be someone that wants to get into show business to be a reality star. Kim Kardashian. I'm kidding. But it's kind of like... So a lot of them, I guess, teachers be good for the summer. But no, a lot of them, I would say about 50% of them have normal jobs. Once you get out of the house, you get so like wrapped up into stuff, you really don't go back to your normal life. People do because they are normal, but some people get a little bit of fame. They kind of just want to be like an
famous.
an influencer, if will. Some people need to still make money, so people do get normal jobs at the end.
I tried to be an influencer. Didn't work out.
See,
I try to be normal. That ain't working
I
out
know,
either.
me too, man, because
Yeah.
I'm just like...
So
I'm
much for
still-
that.
But then are they like
tried.
are they like Gina, we know you're an entrepreneur, but for this we're going to put down heart surgeon.
Well, yeah, well, pretty much. I probably could have said that if I did. They were like, "Oh, well, we'll make you do pageants, not modeling." But yeah, I wish I could say I was heart surgeon. Even like McRae, he was a pizza boy, but people thought he was like a brain surgeon because like he was super.
But he was a
smart.
pizza boy.
He was a regular. But some people lie because even Derek, one of the greatest players, was like he didn't want to tell people he was a cop because he's a detective. He's probably good at reading people.
Right.
You know, if I say, "Hey, listen." I'm a psychic. I can read your mind. Be like, oh shit! Like, this bitch can read my mind. I really can't though. But you see what I'm saying? You don't want to tell people your strong suits.
Right.
Like I think one person, the one player was a poker player, so you just had the poker face on. So I think from being in your everyday lives of being normal and living could have some type of positive effect in the game.
Right.
Sure.
You know, like for me, I'm New York. I got a thick skin. So I didn't let shit bother me so much as other people that were maybe from smaller towns and weren't used to all the craziness. I got craziness every day. So I adapted pretty well, honestly.
So
and I didn't take no shit. So, and that's because I was New York grown and I got that kind of that good attitude. So
But wouldn't the show been funner for you, for example, as a contestant, like to have like some fat people on, some like real ugly guys with no teeth in their mouth?
No, I mean, they have,
Gina, what are you talking
They
about?
have all different type of personalities, different type of characters, different type of.
No, we want body types.
shape.
Big, fat, ugly.
But you know what? I think if we did, they would want to probably work out more. And and feel more healthy and
true.
work out and be like, oh, I'm on TV. I kind of want to get a nice tan. So I think people need to relate to, have a jock because I play sports, or have like the hometown person, or maybe have the person that just maybe likes to eat. Be like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah,
We
Fred,
could
I
have,
eat
like,
food.
we're taking the Nathans, have a
Fred.
playing contest, and we're good to go. So I think they need to have a little bit of an all round so people can relate and to have a favorite player so they can watch them all summer long.
That's a great idea, right? Because some people want to vote for a fat person.
Why not? Hey.
Yeah.
I like skinny. I like chubby. They're all good to me. So,
I think it's some great
but then
idea.
the only thing that would suck, they would probably eat a lot of the pizza that's in the oven. I would kind of have a fight with them, be like, "That pizza's mine." They only restock the stock room every Friday.
And they kind of smell because they're fat.
the guy-
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
The guy said he was a surgeon, but this pizza was really good.
Exactly right. I can't. You guys.
I can't
are too-
shower. I can't figure
You can if you're a have-not, but you have to take cold ones. You're good to go.
Let me ask you, did anyone not shower in the house? Like, hey, dude, take a shower, please?
Oh man,
You know what?
they were the first ones voted out. Hey,
Some people didn't wash their sheets as they should have.
can't anymore.
Gross.
That's the only thing. But you kind of had to wait for the washer and dryer because there's 16 people trying to wash
How many
clothes.
bathrooms did you have?
Technically,
This is important.
just kind of two.
Two
but,
bathrooms.
But I would only say one
8 bunk
technically.
shoots per bathroom.
Now I got to be honest with you. And I can have my Big Brother house skets say this. I was, and people can back me up on this. I was the only one that cleaned the bathroom.
Oh,
Nobody else wanted to do it. I'm like, I'm not. After the first day, the bathroom already stunk.
Another
between
reason
16
why you
people
should
looking
have-
at it. There's one bathroom, but there is one in the HOH room. But because when you're HOH for the week, it's kind of technically your room, your bathroom. So I was always asked, can I use your bathroom upstairs? Because it's a little bit more private. But technically, I would say only one bathroom, but really two. But one is access for everybody. The HOH room, you kind of be respectful and try to access.
But you were the one cleaning it all the time.
I was the one that cleaned
So
it.
did anyone try to throw you off your game and kind of like leave you a gift in the toilet bowl or anything?
on.
No,
like that?
What is this,
unfortunately,
Foot
no. I
Club
was
camp?
always waiting, but if they always flush, unfortunately. So I couldn't have anything.
one
Damn
lump
it.
or two.
I got a trophy in
me.
there, no, You're like, that's the winner right there. I like it.
Who did this?
Who did this? You got your name
You're
right all
taking a
over
picture
it.
of social media. Oh
Yeah,
my
we don't even
god.
have our cameras.
Did you ever think in your wildest imagination before you did the show that afterwards this normalcy that you spoke of earlier, did
Mm-hmm.
you ever think that you'd ever see any again after the show? Were you surprised at the success and then all of a sudden people are recognizing you? What was it like afterwards? Did you
was-
want to get back to normal or were you like,
No,
I'm going with this?
My life was already kind of crazy, like just just all around. My family's Italian and they're loud and it's crazy. So it was different than to me is when my parents came to finale because both my parents were allowed to come. Well, my stepfather and my mom came because the three were allowed to have two people. Everyone else was only allowed to have one parent come or guardian or whatnot. And when we flew home, when we were walking through the airport like a regular person, they're like, "Oh my God, there's Gina Marie from Big Brother." I go, "You know who I am.
Oh, boy.
Honestly, it was weird, but it was like I had fans, and it was cool because I feel like they know me, and the reason why I like that is because when I got like Instagram, I feel like they opened up to me, and people kind of not told me their problems, but feel like, Gina Marie, you know, you helped me to do this, or you were so strong and made me speak out a little bit more and have more confidence in myself. And they just get happy just for me replying back to them.
Just
And I was like, oh shit! I wish I had that when I loved people, like an actress or an actor back in the day that like actually took the time out to write. And I try to do that for them, because if they look up to me, it makes me feel good that I kind of help them in a way, and I like to do that. So, you know, like I said, I'm a people person, so it's good. It's kind of cool. So I changed someone's life. I did my job, so it's good.
Little did you realize there's some responsibility that comes with this.
There really is. Wow. There really is.
At least you care about it.
I know I do, honestly. I do, honestly. It's sometimes I do have to yell at people now and then. Leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you really?
No.
Leave me alone here.
Monty and the Pharaoh. Who the
You know,
hell are these guys?
you should have told
You want a picture of my feet again? That's gonna have to charge you this time. $5.99 a minute. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Mike, is that you?
Well, speaking of that, did you ever have any stalkers at all?
Oh God.
No, not really.
No?
I mean, people will come, like I had, a meet and greet today. People are always really respectful, really nice.
You're lucky.
Some people tend to try to be a little bit more of your friend.
Okay.
So there's always people like I try to keep as fans, which sounds weird that I have fans, but I try to keep as fans. And then some people I know that are my friends that I can like give my cell phone number to. Because I'm not going to give my cell phone number to a regular person. But I have to say, people that are fans have become my friends.
There you go.
Honestly, I've been to a Sweet 16 that a girl was 13 and she's 21 now because I've been off the show for a few years, and I still talk to her almost every other day.
Wow.
So Statnik, hi. So yeah, so it's kind of like I went to a Sweet 16, so it's kind of cool. Like I actually made friends that are fans, and it's kind of awesome to me.
So we're a wrestling show.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Carmella stealing your gimmick.
Oh, come on. Have you seen this bitch?
Of course.
Have you seen her? Okay.
She looks just like you. She acts just like
I'm going to tell you. Hold on.
Wait a second.
I'm going to have to get my hair tied for this
This is
one.
not Carmella.
Oh, you thought this was Carmella?
I don't know what's going on.
The whole time he thought you were Carmella.
Wait a second.
Shut over.
Hold on a second. Carmella, you're a fraud and a thief. What's going on
Let
here?
me tell you. This is a true story.
Please.
My nephew is 10 years old. He's a wrestling fan.
Okay.
He's watching wrestling, and he goes...
You're on TV.
He goes, Titi, this girl acts like you.
Oh, boy.
I go, and I didn't want to curse. I'm like, who the hell is this fucking... So I'm looking, I'm like, holy... Like, first of all, she's not even from Staten Island.
Right.
Okay, and I'll explain kind of how she got this. Okay,
I'm already
she's
seeing
not
the
even from
parallel.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
Do that
She
again
literally-
now. How she got
How?
this?
Yeah, exactly.
This
See?
whole thing.
She has my image, my hair, my makeup, my personality, my accent, my shoes, I'm like, did you literally stalk my house, peeking in my window, and took everything? Like with okay, Gina Marie does this, Gina Marie does that. So it's kind of weird that I know wrestlers have characters, but you didn't have to steal. Obviously, Gina Marie, I'm my own person. So she literally steal like the whole getup, which is kind of odd to me. But listen, if you want to borrow it, you can, but I need to have it back. And I kind of do it better.
Yeah, and send a check too, since you decided.
I was like, where's my residual checks?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I
Right.
said the same thing. I mean, like, I'm waiting. I'm like,
Did you ever contact Vince or any of the guys at WWE? Be like, can I have myself back?
no, but I did contact Camilla in a DM.
Oh.
And what I did is she has a picture, no joke, and I'll show you guys after the show. There's a picture of me in a pink bikini, and it's a picture of her in her bikini, and I wrote something. I'm like, oh, will the real Gina Marie please stand up?
Oh my God. Did she respond?
No, she didn't.
Oh my
That's
God.
okay. She
She's
doesn't
staying-
want me in a wrestling match. I have a fake hip, but I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? I got a good kick going on,
She's
so I'm
staying
good.
far.
Did you ever,
away.
after you
Okay.
saw that she was stealing your gimmick and everything, did you ever think about becoming a professional wrestler? You're like, hey, maybe I
mean,
should do this.
Can I throw down? Yeah. I just haven't had the opportunity. I did have an opportunity in a celebrity boxing, but the fight unfortunately ended up falling through at like last minute. We didn't have a doctor at ringside. So
Who are you gonna fight then?
Natalie from Mob Wives.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool.
Oh my God! I
And
would have
got
paid
it.
to see that.
I gotta admit, I didn't take it as a joke. We were gonna really box. I trained for months for this
Wow.
fight. I'm not even kidding. And I'm a badass. I gotta admit. Like I did karate for many years. I know how to physically fight. So wrestling, I think. I'm 40, but I think I could still take some bitches down. If you know
do
what I'm saying.
security? Pharaoh has his detractors, so I just want to make sure. I might need a security guard. So.
Oh, so there you go. So right there, perfect. We all gotta set this up.
Don't
you guys can walk out with me in the ring.
You. There you go.
No, we got to get her to become a professional wrestler.
First, so we gotta practice
We got to
that.
figure that whole
Gotta
thing
I'll throw you down or something. With the padding, where the dog bites. We had all that padded. Beat you around
You
a little
can practice with him. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. See, we'll just move the table. We'll do it right here.
I'm
Put
too
the
old.
rings up. Okay.
I'm old.
God.
I'll go easy. I promise.
You'll beat me up in like 2 seconds.
I'm finished.
You know what? I have a low self-esteem already. I don't need you just pounding my ass to the ground in 2
I'll show you
minutes.
Let him go.
Look on YouTube. Gina Marie beats some fat guy up in 3 seconds.
We're all set it up. We're okay. We're just practicing. We're good.
Hey, was that Fred from Big Brother? No, they didn't let him on the show. He ate too much.
All right, we'll be right back with Gina Marie right after this commercial break.
See you in a few.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite 4-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack.
Jimmy, I just got the best hookup on tickets.
Fill me in.
I went to www.seatslinks.com and ordered the best tickets with the best prices.
Call 718-676-0504. SeatsLink, the complete ticket experience.
Tell them Charles sent you. All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monty and the Pharaoh, seen every Thursday, produced out of Indie Music TV in Ronkonkoma, New York. But this is a holiday edition.
Ho, ho, ho.
And boy, are we lucky to have the star of Big Brother, supermodel,
Oh, thank you.
soon-to-be pro wrestler,
Hell yeah.
Gina Marie Zimmerman.
Yes.
What are you doing for the holidays?
Actually, you want to hear this shit?
Well, I got to ask you one question, though. Gina Marie, Italian.
Zimmerman sounds Jewish.
Right.
It's funny. My dad is German. Okay, so Zimmerman, because sometimes it's Jewish, sometimes it's German.
Gotcha.
My mom, full-blown, Guinea, Gina Marie. So I kind of get the little bit of everything.
Very
so
interesting.
I should be Gina Marie like Spinelli or Gina Marie like with an I. But yeah, Gina Marie Zimmerman.
So in the
sounds
Zimmerman house, do you celebrate Christmas Eve or Christmas?
always Christmas Eve.
Nice.
Always Christmas Eve. Always been like that in my family. But when you mention the holidays, my mom's not upset, but it kind of works for us, which I'll explain. I don't know if anybody else in their household does this. Now, my brother has a girlfriend. My brother is married. My stepfather has a daughter and a son. Now, when you have families and married, they have a family, we have a family. So to get everybody together at the same time really is kind of hard. So we're having a fake Christmas. Now, what the fake Christmas is this happened, I think last year. Now this is like our second year doing it. So we're having it on the weekend before Christmas, which is actually tomorrow. We're having it where all our family's going to get together. We're going to exchange with the kids. So everybody gets to be together on that day because it's hard to pick Christmas and things. So basically, I'm going to have my fake Christmas tomorrow.
Well, that's
yeah. So
I think that's a great idea.
It's not a bad idea. My mom likes to celebrate on Christmas Eve, but
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So I've always celebrated Christmas Eve.
Me too.
My
Yep.
mother's passed, but we always used to do Christmas
Sorry,
Eve. We
got
do
it.
the fishes, and
Oh, I was
people
just
from the
gonna say
neighborhood
that.
used
My
to come
stepfather's
over.
favorite time, all
but
the
when I
fish,
got
yep.
married, my wife's family did Christmas Eve. So eventually I had to transition to
Exactly.
Christmas Eve, and my mother, who never forgave me, we had to do Christmas Day.
See
which
that?
was bad.
Same thing in my house.
That's what I was going to ask
Yes.
you. You're dating somebody, you're married, right? What do? You still force, you have your boyfriend come over for Christmas Eve?
You know what? It's kind of like if you have a tradition, you always got to kind of make the mom happy.
Yeah.
She's the kind of the glue for everything else. So what I would do for any advice to anybody else, if stay with tradition, when you have kids your own, then you start maybe a different tradition in your house, or you try to flip-flop. So you do 1 year for Christmas, and we'll go to your family for Christmas. Or we'll say with you Christmas, then you know what, Thanksgiving, Easter, maybe Halloween, that one's yours. So you got to compromise because you want to make everybody happy. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but once you get the knack, it'll work out. So, I try to always make the mom happy.
Good advice.
Yes, make the mom happy.
You guys good with this holiday talk? Because you know what happens to Farrell's house.
He's
on
depressed
holidays.
right now.
Don't even
You
start
come
with
over
this.
to my house. I got plenty of food.
Oh,
I'll even buy you a present.
balloon. Oh my
I
God!
got you. I'll pick you up. I got a Mustang.
Oh, that's great.
I actually got 2 right now because I still
Well,
got
right now
some
at his
of them.
house, his wife just locked his doors.
Yeah, I hear a shovel digging out in Lindenhouse somewhere. There's a big
Way to go,
hole.
Gina!
There's
Way
a
to
big
go!
hole. Get
Now he
going.
has to sleep in the snow
No,
tonight. Way to go,
Bring the whole
buddy!
family over. That's what I mean.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
there you go. 9
Good
cats.
save. Good save.
Here you go,
I'm
Fluffy.
serious.
Here you go, Muffy. All right, don't forget the 9 cats. Anyway.
And I got a dog. We're perfect. Let's go.
Woo! Hey, on another subject, tell us about all
Listen,
the...
before you get to that,
What?
just don't call me that you're in the snow. I don't want to even hear it. I'm not picking up.
Mike.
No.
He's talking about a call. Who's he kidding? There's going to be a knock at his back door tonight. Doof, 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 doof. Open it up. Give me the tool shed. Doof, 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 doof.
Where's the
Dick,
X?
dick. Doof, doof, doof. Anyway, my dear, can you tell us about some of the famous people you've worked with over
Oh,
the years?
sure. Oh, my goodness. I mean, back, obviously, before Big Brother, I did a little acting. I worked with Jennifer Aniston before.
Here we go.
I worked with Spike Lee.
There you
I
go.
worked with Paul Rudd. My goodness.
I'm seeing a name here. Mr. Washington.
Oh, yeah. Denzel Washington was in He Got Game that Spike Lee directed. I was in that movie. Yeah.
There you
So,
go.
What did you do in what did you play in? He's
well,
Got
actually, I
Game?
was a student in it was like a high school, Lincoln High School. I believe Lincoln High School. Oh goodness, I think it was in Brooklyn. I could be wrong. I think actually my mom went to, so I think it was in Brooklyn. So I was played one of the students. I think oh my goodness, 17. So I think the movie came out in 1998.
Uh-huh.
So and Spike Lee's about shorter than me, and he's absolutely adorable and great time on set. And I worked a couple of people in the music. Actually, speaking of wrestling. All my wrestling fans, if you happen not to watch this movie, please do so. Al Snow.
We had him in studio.
Okay. I met him at one of the meet and greet signing I was doing for Big Brother. Became instant friends. Just connected his friendship. He's amazing.
Are you sure he's not the one who took the photos and ran to Carmelo and says, "You should do this"?
Maybe.
You know what? That's a really good point.
Because I'm thinking.
Smart.
You see this girl? I thought she was Carmelo.
That's
You know,
right.
It's funny when he said, he goes, you know what? We're looking for a blonde. Okay. They were, Also was filming a movie. He asked me, like, oh, if the director likes you, get the part, audition. So I was like, okay, great. So I literally got the part. So Al Snow, I'm in the movie called Piranha Sharks. And I play stripper, but I keep my clothes on. So you're welcome. PG-13. So you check it out. Al Snow, Kevin Sorbo's in it.
You almost had him at the rental store, but go on.
See, yeah, exactly. But too bad blockbusters down around anymore. But no, so
Library.
Wait a minute, hold on. You see,
Blockbuster.
this went right over your head, though. He's talking about a rental store. It hasn't been a rental store in 40 years.
I'm a fossil. Leave me out of this.
I like big butts.
know what I
Listen to
meant.
me. I like blockbuster.
She know what
I'm
I
like
meant.
getting blah 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 blah.
Blockbuster has been closed for 10 years.
So what?
Piranha Shark. I'm gonna watch
Piranha
that.
Piranha
Shark.
Sharks. Yeah,
Nice.
man. You got to watch
Nice.
the
Good
trailer
idea.
on YouTube.
We should wrap Piranha Shark and send it to his house for Christmas as a Christmas gift.
See, I'll leave an autograph.
Love, Gina Marie.
That's it.
That's all
it.
you leave.
It's a fun-filled. Actually, you know what? No joke.
You're dead.
It's based around Christmas time, so it's a good holiday film for everyone.
Well, Piranha
Piranha Shark?
does not make me think of Santa Claus. What?
But there's Christmas trees in it, so you're welcome. Go
Really?
definitely go check it out.
Wow.
It's like the Die Hard. Now, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or a regular movie?
That's true. That's true.
What do you think?
That's true.
Die Hard.
It's considered a Christmas
It
movie.
is,
It's
right?
Yeah.
A little action-packed,
You're right about
fun
that.
for the whole family.
Piranha Shark.
Piranha
He's
Shark.
gonna be in his living room and his wife's gonna be yelling.
you
Are
stop?
you out there watching Piranha Shark?
Oh, yeah, Jake from State Farm.
I'm not watching Piranha
That's
Shark.
right. Oh my God.
I'm watching Jaws 3D with Louis Gossett Jr. So leave me alone.
All right. So which
my God.
famous person that you other famous besides yourself that you
thank
want
you.
to punch in the face?
What?
Jennifer Aniston.
Nice. I want to hear it.
I'm gonna
Wow.
listen. I know she's like American sweetheart.
But, yeah.
Love her on Friends. I'm gonna be honest. She was a little bit of a bitch on set.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
I worked her
But
for about
Spike Lee
3
couldn't
days.
be a nicer guy.
No, Spike Lee's awesome.
What
and Jennifer Aniston was real snot nose. And I'm gonna be honest with you on set. And not that people are fake. I'm not gonna say she's fake, but like she has a personality of like, oh, America's sweetheart, and no. So that was kind of a little bit troubling.
So she thinks who she is, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not really a fan of hers. Love the friends, sorry friends.
How much did it take for you to not say something? Because I'm the kind of guy that would say something.
I was gonna pour water on her head. We were filming a winter scene in the summertime. It was like about, goodness, probably 98 degrees inside of like an intermediate school and auditorium. So they were giving out water. So for me, instead of taking water myself, I would try to give it out to everybody first. So I was like, oh, would
Being
you like
the giver that you are.
Yeah, so I was like, would you take the water? She goes, now I was sitting right behind her. She was like,
No.
really? I was like, bitch.
Much too important to drink.
I was like, really? I was like, listen, I'm gonna get kicked out of there. I'm the type of person to be like, you'll never work in this town again, Gina Marie. I'm like, let me not pour water on this bitch's head. So yeah, I was kind of trying to. I thought that was a little rude. You can easily say now, not Paul, right? Oh my god, Alan Alden. I always say his name wrong with
the
my
guy from
accent.
MASH.
From MASH.
Yeah.
Amazing. I worked with him twice.
What was that like? He's brilliant.
He is amazing. He
brilliant,
was
man.
giving out water. He took one from me. Now that's how you're nice. You don't have to be a snot nose.
But
like
did
Jennifer Aniston.
Alder give Aniston some water? Did
No.
she take it from him?
No.
She just was like,
And
get out of
no
here.
joke. This is the easiest thing
Hawkeye.
ever.
What do you
We were sitting, the camera had passed. I still remember that. I was 17 years old. She had to hold the guy that she was dating hand, and she had to like hold up the hands and go like this to make sure they're together. We had to do that take about 17 times. I go, bitch, you can't hold your hands up. How long have you been on set? Did you forget your lines too? Did you sleep good last night? So yeah, it was kind of a little funny that
You're
she
like,
would
it's
just-
cold out here.
Exactly.
It's
Well,
winter
it's kind of hot. We had cold out.
It's winter time. It's cold out here.
I was like, oh, can we wrap up? I think it's lunchtime. Let's go, Aniston. Chop here. So yeah, kind of funny. Freaking Aniston, yeah.
So how hard is it for an attractive lady like yourself
Well,
to
thank you.
break into, becoming an actress? Is it hard to break down that wall and try to like get onto these films?
No, I mean, you know what? It's kind of like, I guess every role is for somebody. I mean, I have good Botox, so I try to keep young.
I need
Shout out to
Botox.
Daniela, but
I need a lot more than Botox.
You
Come
know,
on.
so it's I really don't do much acting so much anymore. I wish I did because it's my first love, honestly. And I mean, I love music. I love everything, entertainment, music, film. I'm glad I did reality TV, obviously a little bit on TV. But I think there's a role for everybody. So if you're still like older, kind of like I am, I'm always thinking about, everyone's like, oh, Gina Marie, your accent, you can only be stereotyped as like the loud New Yorker. You can never be a doctor or a lawyer. I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't be about lawyers and doctors don't talk like this. Like, I have a bad accent. So it's kind of funny. I think there's just, I think I'm just basically, even though I'm not brilliant as like Al Pacino or, one of those big time Italian actors, but it's kind of like, I just play that kind of Italian like mobster, which I don't mind because it just come naturally. I'm not a mobster, but
Well, I got
the
you.
accent, so it's good.
I got you.
You ever consider rounding out more of the acting approach and trying other roles?
I would love to. Yeah, I mean, not that I'm saying I'm
There's a
great
lot more
at it,
out
but I
there
love
than
it.
just. There's a lot more out there than just that.
Yes, I mean, if anybody would like to use Gina Marie and for a movie role, let me know. As long as I keep my clothes on, I'm good to go.
Well, there you go.
Bikinis are optional. I'll wear a bikini. It's a
There you
good.
They're gonna call you for the Streets 3.
I was thinking about more.
Don't take it.
Wait. I was
Whatever
thinking
you
more
do.
of what is that called when the hour they have to kill everybody? That movie.
Oh, what is that?
What was that?
Oh my God, what is that?
Hold on.
Report to the absorption chamber.
Anybody
Star
from
Trek.
the Peanut
Oh, sorry.
Gallery know this? Hold on. It's like
Come on, Matt, help
that
us
big
out. You're young.
siren.
What is that? Matt, help me out.
He's got
They
nothing.
actually filmed a thing on Staten Island. I'm trying to think of something with a P. I'm thinking pandemic, but it's not pandemic.
Something with a P.
Uh.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I can't even think of it. But that's the movie. Yeah, I'm like a badass. I want to kick somebody in the face,
There you go.
kind of like Rambo. I want to be the female Rambo.
How difficult was it getting on to the Big Brother show?
Wasn't that hard for me?
Wasn't that hard?
And it's funny because people audition year after year after year. I wasn't now.
Wait, could you imagine being a lifetime person trying to make it onto Big Brother?
And then never
No.
get on.
It's my
I feel
15th
bad.
attempt.
I know.
I
feel
shaved my
bad.
chest and
when
everything.
When people ask me, and I'm like, I
anymore.
auditioned for the first time and I got on. I'm sorry, but I feel bad to say that. But like honestly, I think.
Do you go like this to them too? Like
No, I would never. I love the Big Brother fan. I would feel bad. Be like, no, not really. I might do this
time.
though. I might do this. Brush off the shoulder. Like, I got it. But I was always a fan of Big Brother. I wasn't a huge fan. I tell people this all the time. So I knew of the show, of course. So my friend was a huge fan. She goes, "Oh, Gina, I think you should be good for Big Brother. You know, you win money, you do competitions." And like I always been in dance class. I've been to the same dance studio I take hip hop and jazz and tap and all that good stuff. So they had open call auditions. So I was like, I have dance class. I'm not going to go to open call. I sent in a videotape. Now this is a true story. That year we had Hurricane Sandy. And it was during Halloween time. I had fake, because I was doing a news show. I was doing modeling for Halloween costumes. So I had like the fake, like Rambo, the fake bullets with like a helmet. So I made believe I was in a zombie apocalypse. And I just did it for fun. I sent in that as my audition tape as a freaking joke. They called me the next day.
What? Wow.
And they were like, "We're having callbacks in New York." I go, "Great." I went. Now it's a big process. I'll tell you the process. You have to get physically, you have to get blood work, you have to go through a mental examination, which I technically failed. That's how I got on the show.
What?
She's nuts. She's in.
She's in because we're all crazy. You know, that's the only way to get on that
There
show.
you go.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
So, no,
I'm
I'm
in.
not. And then, so there's a lot of process. The contract's like this big. So for me, I'm not saying it was easy. I guess my personality kind of just sells itself, and I guess I was at that time. I was what they were looking for, and I got on. So it was kind of cool. It was, I guess, a blessing.
Did you at least? I would have been curious, since you did say you didn't even try.
No,
to make
I
this.
didn't,
You
yeah.
sent this thing in as a joke.
Yes, I did.
Did you ask them when you met them face to face? What was it about the video? I wasn't even trying.
You know what? I think they like that because not when you try too hard.
Right.
Sometimes, like during interview process, people always ask me, "Gina, what's your advice? I want to get on the show. What's your advice?" I go, honestly, they're not looking for you like, "Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the biggest Big Brother fan." They don't want to hear that shit.
They saw the natural you on the
They
videotape.
want to see you. So I tell everybody, make it count the first. Because first of all, they watch so many videotapes. I wouldn't say videotapes like VHS, but I would say videotape. Kind of like send it in. So they watch all the videos.
Well, could you imagine having that job? That has to be
Oh
torturous.
God! Hello, rewind and return, Blockbuster. So it's kind of
See, another blockbuster reference. Another one.
another Blockbuster reference.
Very
Thank you,
relevant
Netflix.
to this day. The
So,
great
right.
blockbuster video. What a legacy. What a
Wow,
franchise.
what
There
a
you go. Anyway.
difference! Isn't that the slogan? So anyway, so I tell everybody, and I was like, they don't watch all the videos. It's too much. They go through so many. Make the first second count. So they want to know you. So they want to like, what's your job? What's your personality? What do you look like? So show them that. They don't want to know you're a fan. Obviously, you're a fan of the show. That's why you're auditioning.
But they didn't ask you for a headshot first, or just video?
Nothing. I filled out the application, kind of where I lived, my address, things like that, like things, hobbies, stuff like that, my family, you know, just a regular questionnaire that you could literally see on CBS.com probably right now, and sent in the tape. And I guess they were just like, this bitch is crazy. Let's get her on. And boom, I'm on. So yeah.
So you ended up being the runner-up, though, right?
I did, yeah.
So how disappointed? Like you're thinking I'm going to win, and that's like, what was it, $1 million or something like that? $500,000, and you're
Close
like,
enough.
oh my God, I'm this close to $500,000.
50%. You know what? I wasn't that upset.
Really?
And I'm going to tell you why. People are like, "Oh, Gina Marie, you were this close." Yes, you're right. But my mentality, whatever you would use that word, it's kind of like I didn't walk in with much, but I came out with something more than I expected. So $50,000 to me
It's awesome.
was, listen, that's not $500,000,
Still awesome.
but it's kind of like I felt so grateful winning something. That I kind of walked in with nothing. I walked out with something. So I was happy with that, honestly.
How about feeling
Yeah.
good about the fact that so many others were evicted, but not you?
Exactly. And I got into the house, loud as anything. I was like, listen, I ain't going to be fake. I ain't fake. I'm going to be loud. People don't like it. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But I wanted to be me and people seeing that. And I didn't want to hide anything. So for being the loudest one in the house, you think like, oh my God, this girl's whatever. She's crazy. She's loud. You think I would get out a lot faster because I spoke my mind. But no, they kept me around. And I think the reason why they kept me around, A, I was entertaining. B, I cleaned. And I cooked
that's
for the
important.
boys. They like what I cook. I made a mean chicken parm. Because I felt like, you know the saying, to a man's heart is through his stomach? I had to cook for these bitches. So I cooked, I cleaned, I was entertaining, it was fun. So you want to keep somebody around that clean. So
Yeah, you
that
do.
was kind of like, you know, and I always,
Yeah, people who clean are valuable.
they are. And I always kept my promises. I never lied. I shook even though you can't really shake hands now, but I shook Purple's hand. I kept my deal. That's how I got people to trust me.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
And it's hard to trust people in the house because people are backstabbing. I'm like, listen, I grew up about being trustworthy, shake a hand, make a deal, and I kept that. And that's how people be like, oh, we could trust Gina Marie a lot more, and that's how I got kept around.
Were you surprised that some of the contestants, as you were going along during the show, were you surprised that some of the contestants who were being evicted, did you say to yourself when you first got in there, oh no, this one's going to be a problem, they're going to be on till the end, and then they got evicted? Did you go through any of that?
No, not really. I mean, I thought people knew the game, not the game better than I was. I actually thought that people were going to be a little bit more like physical.
Okay.
So for Howard, okay, muscles, handsome, like I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna be a beast. I need to team up with him. We worked out every time. He literally became one of my best friends. Like I literally the first day I met him, I jumped onto the bed into his arms because I'm like, oh, this guy's awesome. Became instant friends right away. Howard, I'm sorry. He sucked at competitions. I suck. I go, you got all that muscle for nothing. So I'm thinking he's going to be a physical threat, but he was
fat
great.
guy.
He was great.
Anyway.
See, there we go. We need a fat people.
guy.
But as much as he's amazing and obviously really physical fit, it just, certain competitions, sometimes when you have too much muscle, like if you have to crawl something, sometimes being small and tiny will help you out. So it's kind of, you can't really judge a book by its cover, honestly. And that's how, till this day, I kind of think that way. So I was thinking people are physically fit. Until you get to know them, to trust them, and to know what they're capable of, you got to see what people are their weaknesses and their strongest. And I kind of pinpoint out to everybody. So, yeah.
Were you cut off completely from all your family and everything?
Absolutely.
This may be an obvious question. I'm
yes,
just curious.
The only time we were actually allowed to not speak to our family, but when we went HOH during the comp, we got a letter from our family and friends. That's the only time we got to really get them. But now for the past couple of years, they've been having like since it was All Stars, All Stars get a little bit of extra stuff, if you will, because it's All Stars, obviously. They got video messages from their family, which is really nice. It's really sentimental. It's good TV, and it was good. It's nice to even though they can't see you, it's nice to see them. So it's good. Only a letter from your family. So I actually still have those letters.
How about the $50,000? Is it like game show $50,000 where they extend it over 40 years? Or
So basically, my mom read my
$5 a month?
contract. So as I said before, you get $1,000 a week. So if you make it to jury, you get about $13,000, give or take.
Okay.
I had a prescription for my hand because I hurt my hand and my back, and they gave me like this cream for like arthritis, something like that. True story. Listen to this. I didn't get my sequester money, which I thought I did, because I'm like, that be my taxes. So after the show, they make you sign a couple of autographs. I got a check for $49,000. Like $923. They took like $60 for the freaking medicine for the cream.
Wow.
I go, you kidding me? I have insurance for that.
Wow.
So literally, but no, they give you a check right then and there. Obviously, I had to pay taxes, of course. Yeah. But no, they give you a check to be like, sayonara, see you later. I'm like, bye, I got my check, bitch. Where do I cash it?
No,
but
that's good.
That's
good.
great. That's great.
It
And then
is.
after a year, you're off contract, obviously because of certain things I guess you can't do, like, oh, I'm going to be on the Challenge or another TV show network. You have to obviously on the contract for a year. But no, they give you a check and you'd be like, bye. So yeah, it was cool. It was super cool.
Look at Big Brother with a no-compete clause.
No, well, it's smart.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
My thing is,
Wow.
you have to have a strong psyche. So the show's over, or I guess you're done filming and you're home, that they don't want you talking about it, right? If I got this wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
But you're watching, and then you're watching all these people talk shit about you that you thought were your friends. I mean, what does that do to your psyche?
You know what? It's I took it a little bit hard at first but then afterwards I thought about it. I was like, you know what? If they didn't have you back from the beginning, they were never your friend in the first place. Right. So it's better off they're out of your life as kind of just garbage thrown. But you go. I always said you go down with the ship. So if you're my friend, have my back. I have your back. So it's kind of I got some heat. Kind of like, Gina Marie, we hate your accent, or you get like too much lip injections, or you got this. I'm like, bitch, I don't care. I like the way I look. Like, it doesn't bother me, and that's what this thick skin comes in. But unfortunately, there is bullying, and I did get bullying. People came after my family.
Yeah.
And I called them keyboard tough guys because I'm the type of person, you want to say something, come say something to my face, Carmella. But no, see.
Man, some heat.
So, so it's kind
You're
of.
not coming, are you, you coward?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
ready.
coming, are you?
I got the muscles all whacked up. See my coach style. Come on, let's go get it. But yeah, so it's a little hard, but you tend to get stronger and better from it. So,
Did you lose any friends, like your real friends, before the fame? Did you have any problems afterwards?
No, not really.
Nobody
not really.
resented
I mean, I
you,
think some people kind of wanted to, like, I was invited to
any-
a couple of parties. People like kind of like, oh, Gina Marie, hey,
So you have brand new friends. Hey, buddy.
yeah, kind of like that. But no one, I have a tight kind of knit group, so no one was too. I mean, I think my dating life got a little rough after that. Because I didn't know who wanted to date, even though it's still Gina Marie on the show, because I'm playing myself, even though Carmela stole my character. Like, I'm playing myself, but it's kind of like, I don't know if they liked Gina Marie. They didn't get to know me, Gina Marie, in my normal life, know my family, know my hobbies. You just saw me from an edited TV show, which is edited.
Right.
Of course, there's live feeds, but it's kind of like, do you want to get to know me or just hang out with me because you think it's Gina Marie like a character? Obviously, just like any other character on TV show, Baywatch, I don't know,
anything.
TV show, Nightmare, I don't
Let's use
whatever
Happy
kind of,
Days.
I'm
We're
talking
big
about
on
80
Happy
shows, my
Days
favorite.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
real big on Happy Days.
Yeah, so see, Happy Days. So it's kind of like I want to hang out with Fonzie, which I actually met Fonzie, but Fonzie's not really Fonzie. Like, hey, I could.
Wait.
No, I'm busting the bubble right now. He's not really Fonzie.
Is she done?
He
Cunningham,
can't.
Cunningham, is she
he
done?
can't just hit
Hey.
what's that? What the jukebox and let it play by itself? He can't do that. He's not have magical powers. I'm sorry.
Wasn't that a letdown for you?
This is killing me.
What do you
You're
mean?
like, yo, it's a Fonz. And he's like,
It's a Fonz.
Hi, Gina, how are you?
Wait a minute. So he can admit that he's wrong?
No, he's gonna admit that he's
I was.
Jewish.
He's gonna admit that he's just. Oi!
I can't.
You are killing
So
me.
yeah, it's kind of just it. So you make my
God.
cheeks hurt. I can't even.
What is your favorite Happy Days?
What?
Me or his?
I love the one where Fonzie couldn't see, but he put the bike back together.
That's a great
There
one.
you go. There
How
you
great
go.
was that one?
All right.
That was
all right.
or the one on Christmas where he was having a Pharaoh Christmas, sitting by himself eating the cold can of food.
And who came?
And the Cunninghams came and gave him something to remember.
Right? Because he lived upstairs, correct?
My favorite
Yeah.
one is the one with the guy who put the dimes on his elbow and he used to be able to snatch them.
I don't remember that. I think my dad does that.
Yes, he used to
I can't do
snatch
that
'em.
shit all the time. I can't do it. I'm like when you clap it one hand, you're kind of a little bad at it. So
Oh
yeah.
my God.
My
What about
God.
the little kid that wanted to hang out with Fonzie and he thought Fonzie was the whole center of the universe, but he really had a father, this kid.
Oh, then Fonzie.
Do you
Yeah, I
remember,
saw
do you
that.
remember this? And the kid walked in and he tried to be a big shot or something.
The father was going to fight Fonzie, and then Fonzie backed
Fonzie
down.
backed
Oh,
down
no, I
to
don't
make the-
remember that
to
one.
make- he
'Cause
backed
Fonz-
down to
Fonz
make
is a
the
good
father
guy.
look good 'cause
I
he
think it's
didn't
on
want
Nick
the-
at Night, so I got to catch up on my episodes.
you
I'm
got
a happy
MeTV.
He's
day.
happy.
I'm not a big.
I heard they run around with their shirts off on Happy Days.
Hey, there you go.
So what?
The tan line.
So what's the future for you? What are your plans?
So really, just to enjoy life. I love, my family. I love music. Right now, which I'm doing right now, which just didn't realize I had a talent. I actually have my own company. I make gourmet dog treats and cakes for dogs. Birthdays.
Nice.
And I got to be honest, it's pretty badass, and I'm good at it. I had my dog Zeus, had his birthday. I kind of make
Zeus.
all natural treats for him.
My
And
dog's name is Thor.
There you see, best friends.
Look at
we
that.
gotta have a play date now.
I have
There
a
we
cat
go.
named Precious.
I like that.
Okay.
I thought you had like 9 cats.
9.
14, that's good.
Eh.
So,
I'm not a cat guy.
I'm
You're
more
not
of a dog
cat.
guy. No offense.
yeah,
I like
cat-
cats too, though.
What do you mean? Yeah.
What kind of dog is Zeus?
Zeus is a German Shepherd.
Oh, nice.
And he almost weighs just as much as me, and he's such a badass. So right now I have a home business. I'm in a couple of stores. It's keeping me busy during this pandemic because I work at home, and it's going fairly well, and I'm good at it. So I kind of hopefully progress, maybe be on TV again, hopefully maybe Shark Tank or something like that, and just maybe have
Piranha
our own
Shark
bakery.
2?
Yeah, exactly. See, I could feed sharks
The
too.
sequel?
So that's good. Exactly.
Did you die in the first
Blockbuster
one?
video. I didn't. No.
Okay, good. So
I
there is
did.
a chance
I
for
saved the
Piranha
world.
Shark too.
Yeah, in the second one, he goes
So
on a cat-eating excursion. The shark.
Yes!
Yeah.
The piranhas becoming
Merry Christmas,
the
Pharaoh.
piranhas are catfish now.
Do you have a website for your business?
I do, yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. So it's www. I don't know if you have to still say that. Partypupinfo.com. Same thing on Instagram too.
So if
Check it out.
someone went on there and
Yes.
wanted to order treats for their dogs for Christmas, can make it out in time?
If there happen to be local, I would say yes. Everything is fresh baked. So if they happen to order probably by Monday and I ship it out, they could probably get it before Christmas. Yeah.
And what are some of the items that you sell?
Oh my goodness, I sell White Claw treats, which are amazing.
Nice.
I have I could literally put, this is kind of cool, which you could look on my Instagram. I could put your dog's face on a cookie.
Oh my God.
It's kind of really cool.
I love that.
And it's on edible paper. So the dog can eat it. It's like literally like rice paper.
The dog
I
can
make
eat
those. I
itself.
make custom cakes. Put photos on the cake. I make anywhere from pretty much if you're having like you have a kids party that has I don't know, trains or circus, I can literally make that, but all natural and safe for your dog. Obviously, no sugar, stuff like that. I can pretty much make anything.
Is it safe for humans too? Like
It
if they
could
need to be?
actually. I say it's really good for
it go
diabetics because there's no
good
sugar.
So can you make like a cookie like of the
Does it-
Pharaoh
does it-
and then like
wait,
send it to his wife?
Yeah, there you go. That she can eat it and
I was going to ask, does it go good with weed? But, you know.
maybe
We
we can always try. We're
My
good.
wife will send you a right hook in a
I'm gonna
minute.
have to give you some free samples. We're good.
Tell us about you were at Wrestling Universe.
Yes, yes,
How did
yes.
that go today? And you with the great Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy is amazing. I actually met Jimmy a few times before. Always genuine, always a sweetheart. Universe, thank you us for having us there. The fans are amazing. We had a good time, especially. It's nice to have people come out, be respectful, obviously wear their masks, social distance, and still come out to see us because there is not much events lately, not really many meet and greets. Of course, they do things virtual, which is great because people could still get autographs and sign. But I just feel like interacting with people more in person,
Yeah.
they feel more personal, and they like that. And I love to meet the fans in person. So it was really nice. Thank you everyone that came out. It was super awesome. The fans came, even in a snowstorm we just had yesterday.
Yeah.
They're dedicated. I love it, and we had a fantastic time. I had such a great time. I can't wait to do it again, hopefully in the future. So it's so much fun, a lot of fun.
Well, I think you're a fantastic human being. What a fun time we
Well,
had
you
with
guys
you.
are
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
Can I come back again? Even if I'm not
Absolutely.
on the show, bring some pizza,
Oh my
some
God.
chicken parm.
Got to clear through the dude's wife first.
Would
No,
you?
I will tell her to come. I love her already. No,
He's-
seriously.
he's
and
running
the
it here.
freaking
He's
cats
risking
too.
it.
I don't make cat treats, but I'll try to get some tuna cans or some shit.
Oh, we would love to have you
See?
back. I
Thank
mean,
you.
this is
Wants to make treats for the
incredible.
cats, okay?
Exactly. Exactly.
God.
One last question.
Yes.
What do you plan on having a family, or are you looking towards that at all?
You know what? Since I'm 40, I'm not saying you can't have children over 40.
Right.
But I feel like if I meet the right person, and it's not to get all religious or anything like that, but if it's in God's future for me to have a family and to get married, then I will.
Good.
But for right now, I have a dog.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Nothing
but
wrong
you know
with that.
what? I'm not against not having children. I got a lot of energy, and I probably would like to have a boy because I'm more of like the sports and karate. Even though I'm all glammed up with that, but hopefully I have a boy. But I have great nephews; they're super amazing, and I have great nieces, and they're kind of almost like my children. So if it's in the future, sure. Got any single guy, single girl, single guy, single girl. But you know, I'm
we're
up
old.
for a date.
We're
Let's
old.
go.
I got a producer over there.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what up there?
Hey,
He's Matty Ice.
Matty Ice. That's not just Matt. That's
how
Matty
old are you,
Ice.
Matt?
I'm 21.
Oh, damn, I'd be a little too old. It could be like your mom or something like that.
Wait, do you shave your chest? You can run around the house, you know, right?
Without no shirt on.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's Matty Ice.
Matty
His nipples are nice.
What? Twice as nice.
Oh my God.
This is Mr.
We got a fan out there, AW. He wants to know that wants you to know he's single.
Hey.
Have no idea what he looks like.
Yeah, if we
Please.
stay on the air much
Call
longer,
me.
there's going to be a few more things typed in, I'm sure. Oh, my
Yo,
You want a
I'm
picture of
single.
my feet again? Dang it, no
please,
kidding.
please leave the.
I want
leave the
to
toes out
wish
of
you a
this.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, you guys as
and
well.
I
Thank
want to
you.
thank you for coming on the show, Pharaoh. I want to
you for
wish
having
you a
me.
happy holiday.
Oh well, thank
We
you.
won't see each other for 2 weeks, right? Thursday's
Really?
Christmas. Thursday's
Wow.
Christmas. We
Wow,
don't record.
crazy already,
New
right?
Year's is Christmas the next
Wow.
Thursday, so we don't return to 2021.
Wow, well, it's
Wow.
been a heck of a year, despite all the nonsense.
It has been
Yeah,
a
we did
good
our
year.
best.
Favorite moment from 2021?
Too many to
20?
begin.
Sorry.
Nah, there's just too many to begin. I mean, I think one of the greatest things was coming here to this studio.
I think so.
You know, and we'll go
Yes.
with that. I love the studio and everybody
Beautiful.
who's here, so it's been awesome.
Matt, also to you, Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
which
Happy
just passed. I'm a
holidays.
little
You know.
Behind the times.
Yeah, well.
Favorite moment in the Monty and the Pharaoh show 2020?
Oh, good luck.
You could say Gina Marie, you know.
Dude, I am opening the door. Walk through. Oh my God.
I'm going to go with the first auction we did.
Ah,
The
see?
auction.
The
Nice.
first auction, yeah.
Really?
The first big project we did.
Really?
Nice.
You know,
okay.
Gina, we might have you in for an auction. We've
are
done
a
pretty
workaholic.
successful
Hey,
auctions here.
listen. Hit me up. Let me know. I'm only a little bit of a drive away. Absolutely.
All
I'm
right.
telling you right now, though, and I got to get this in. You should be in wrestling.
Thank you.
Carmella is a thief.
There you go.
And there is no doubt that we should be, like, in the corner when she's, like, whooping ass.
I think we got to get the
Dude,
fans
you're
and, like,
now
tweet
getting
her.
locked out of your house yet
What are you
again.
talking? This is.
You're trying to manage
I like the blonde on blonde action. Come on,
This is
Canelo.
it.
I'm ready.
What?
I'm ready. I'll take the hair
this is
extensions out. I'm
business.
ready.
I would love to see her crack Carmella.
I got to tell you, I had a wonderful time today. Dr.
did too.
Dre, Gina Marie, what incredible interviews.
We've
Had a
done it
great
again.
time. The first one was super serious, Gina, right? We were
Oh,
talking about
right.
everything. And ours was fun and games. And I got to tell you, a wonderful person.
Thank
Glad
you.
that you
I-
took time to come in.
Thank you so much for having me. I had obviously a blast, and please, you ever need me to come back, do anything, bring some dog treats, I'm all about that. Thank you so much for having
Well,
me.
I'm ordering dog treats once I get home. So I'm excited to
Perfect.
get to it.
Yay.
Put a little weed in mine.
Yeah, I got a guy in the corner. We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. With that, this is Mike Monty.
This is the Pharaoh, and until 2021, later.